Hey, what is up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here this Sunday morning, fresh out of the gym. I'm going to head over and start my day of work today. I know that this week is Fastlane coming up on Sunday on the road to WrestleMania. This is the go home to WrestleMania pay-per-view for the Monday Night Raw brand. I know that we're going to do the full Fastlane preview more than likely on Tuesday night, upload that thing on Wednesday. But honestly, I've been thinking a lot about this Kevin Owens versus Goldberg match. I keep thinking a lot about how I know they did the Festival of Friendship. I think I might be messing that up on Monday Night Raw with the whole deal with Jericho and Kevin Owens celebrating their friendship, and Chris Jericho giving all of the gifts to Kevin Owens, such as Goldberg, and in the end, Owens just kept on getting more frustrated and more frustrated on how much of a joke this was before he put Chris Jericho's name on Kevin Owens' list and took him to town and put the beat down on him. I know that in the past we have seen a hint of a split up between Jericho and Owens, only for it to be a rouge at the pay-per-view where Chris Jericho came down and caused a disqualification and keeping the title on Kevin Owens, and finding out that it was all just a big joke, just a big gag. They were, sort of making fun of the WWE Universe and all. But here is a full-on beatdown on Chris Jericho on Monday Night Raw. And now the one thing that was in the back pocket for Kevin Owens is gone. And I know as of right now, it looks like, that they were going to do the Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe match at Fastlane. And that match is off the table now since Seth Rollins is injured and is not going to be coming back. And it's sort of weird. I know they keep hyping up Samoa Joe, and it's almost like they debuted the guy and they don't really know what they're going to do with him now, because the one big plan they had was gone. But in my mind, I was wondering what they were going to do with Samoa Joe the whole time, because you bring him in, there's no doubt that Rollins was going to beat Joe at Fastlane, and then Rollins was going to go on and face Triple H at WrestleMania. So where would Samoa Joe have fit into the plans for WrestleMania as a guy that came in, had his debut, and then just lost at Fastlane? And so I've always sort of said that it was a big help to Samoa Joe that he is out. But now are they just going to use Samoa Joe as the backup to Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens as a bigger, better, badder number two to go along with it? And then even when you get to there, does that mean they're going to do Jericho versus Owens at WrestleMania, and Samoa Joe is just going to be in Kevin Owens' corner, and there really is no plan for what to do with Samoa Joe? And all of that really doesn't make sense either. I know that I made a video at least a month, maybe even longer ago, saying that Joe versus AJ Styles, when it was rumored that Samoa Joe was going to go to the SmackDown brand, would have been a fucking awesome match. And also would have had a lot of history with it, with WrestleMania being in Orlando, both of those guys being TNA guys, where I know a lot of people think of TNA being hosted in Nashville, where it started, but it being, down there at Universal Studios on the back lot in Orlando as well. So sort of playing up on the biggest stage of them all, on the small stage that they used to play on in Orlando. All of that stuff makes sense, but when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, we still have this match of Kevin Owens versus Goldberg at Fastlane, and I'm wondering, are they really going to do the title change? And now I'm at this there's this really hot chick that I was checking out in the gym, and now she's walking out, and now she's seeing me talk to you idiots. I love you guys, but I look like a fool right now. But are they really going to put the title on Goldberg and really go through with that making Goldberg versus Brock a title match? And then if they do that match, I know that there's already rumors that Goldberg is going to be away from the company doing sort of, I don't know if he's really wrestling or if he's just doing sort of like the wrestling talk show gimmick. He's going to be doing some shows overseas. And I don't know if there's going to be interview shows or him talking about his life, or maybe he's going to sit down and read that WCW book that came out years ago. I'm not sure. So there's already plans about Goldberg maybe not splitting away from the company completely, but not being a main part of it. I don't know what kind of a contract he has. Some people have said it's like a per date deal. He gets a certain amount of money if he wrestles. If he doesn't wrestle, he gets another amount for an appearance. And I don't know about that, but I can honestly tell you that Goldberg has taken over 2016 and 2017 more than I thought he would have. Definitely the guys that have come from WCW that have been holdouts that we haven't seen in a long time. Sting was the fucking man WrestleMania 31 weekend that everyone was talking about. The only other thing people were talking about WrestleMania 31 weekend was that Brock Lesnar had re-signed, and maybe it wasn't a for sure deal that Roman Reigns was going to be winning the championship. But everyone was buzzing about that Sting versus Triple H match, and Sting actually being in WWE, and everybody wanting to see Sting, everybody talking about Sting, and things like that. But I can honestly tell you that I am not a Goldberg fan, but I am very excited for this. And I really think that the outcome on Sunday is going to be that Goldberg is going to win the championship. And I know that I sort of get myself into this black hole where I try to go, where do they go with Goldberg? They do Goldberg versus Brock. Are they really going to let Goldberg get this third victory in a row over Brock Lesnar? The fourth sort of, I guess you can say he got a win at the Royal Rumble, even though it was in a Royal Rumble match, the fact that he eliminated him the way he went. So, I mean, if you count Survivor Series, WrestleMania 20, and Royal Rumble, he's already got 3 up on him. Are they really going to let somebody get 4 up on Brock Lesnar? When it comes down to it, WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, I think it's a guarantee that Brock's going to be there, but I don't think it's a guarantee that Goldberg's going to be there. I mean, Goldberg did his run back in, I believe, 2002, where he lasted about a year, and then he was done. He said, I don't want to go on the road. I don't want to travel. I'm sick and tired of the politics, with Vince and Triple H and all that jazz. And Vince and Triple H were just as happy to get rid of Goldberg as he was ready to get rid of them. So who knows when this is going to end. It's pretty much going to end whenever Goldberg thinks it's not fun anymore. And what if he thinks it's not fun anymore after he wins the championship? What if he pulls a Brock Lesnar, where Brock had the Japanese heavyweight championship, went home, and basically said, fuck it, I'm not going back. You guys aren't paying me the money I want. And they came and they said, we need our belt back. And he said, it's mine. I want it. And he thought it was fucking for real. So what if Goldberg holds him up the same way? Which I don't think he will. I mean, honestly, I don't like the guy. As a wrestler, I don't like him as a character. I'm sure if I met the dude on the street and I shook his hand and I told him that I was at the Georgia Dome, I would have thought he was a pretty fucking damn good dude. When people have met him at conventions and things like that, people have always had a good thing to say about him, other than that promo he cut on the WrestleCon photographer in the video that I believe is on Assault and Battery Ravi's channel, which is pretty fucking funny that he hated Justin's phone so much. But I am really looking forward to this match. Other outcomes in this match could be Brock Lesnar just showing up the same way that he did at that Dallas house show, just basically causing havoc, taking out the 8-man tag and just beating up on everybody. I guess that, Brock could come down and do the battleground ending of the Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar match where Undertaker showed up. Just do the same thing, basically saying that he's not going to let Goldberg become champion. Kevin Owens can roll on to WrestleMania. Owens and Jericho could be your championship match. Owens or Jericho could win the #1 contendership in some sort of beat the clock challenge that nobody's going to want to watch on Monday Night Raw or something like that. That's a horrible gimmick, by the way. Beat the clock. Oh, I hate that. Takes over the whole show, and it's not good at all. And then Samoa Joe is the odd man out with Rollins versus Triple H happening, unless Rollins isn't ready to go, and then they could just do Samoa Joe versus Triple H, because, they basically, in that interview where they made him sit down looking like he was Tony Soprano or The Godfather or some shit like that on Monday Night Raw, basically said he's not here to listen to anybody. Triple H brought him here, so he's loyal to him now, but is he going to be loyal to him when he starts telling him what to do? And he's already got his opportunity. He's already walked in the door. Fastlane's going to be on Sunday. No doubt we're going to talk about it come probably Tuesday. You guys will see it on Wednesday. Unless I do what I did last time and upload it on accident, forgetting to put it on the timer. And you got a free video out of that one. So we'll see what's going down. Monday Night Raw. We'll probably do the Monday Night Raw preview tonight with it being Sunday. I didn't think about that. So talk to you guys tonight, tomorrow, and see what's going on. See you down the road. Maybe a Hall of Famer is going to get announced tomorrow morning.